What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about a pretty big, although very unrealistic, I think, rumor on the Tomb Raider game. I thought this would be kind of fun to do just because, I'm big into the franchise. We've talked about this new game so much. I feel it would be almost a disservice not to talk about this, but I got to set it up the right way. I want to make it just well-known title in terms of even the opening here. I really don't believe it. So you could say, what's the point? I do think it's fun to talk about, but there's a couple signs I feel even rather early in this rumor that's I kind of doubt. It doesn't even actually make all that much sense. Now, okay, to be just give the other side just a little bit, a smidge of hope, right? If it is real, I mean, it is pretty big, and you kind of get a release month in there as well if you want to believe that. So I'm not going to tell you what to believe yourself. You do whatever you want to do. I'm going to read it out to you. I'll tell you why I don't really believe it, but we'll have a little bit of fun, okay? So I saw this from Infinity Tomb Raider, and this was a Reddit post. Now, the Reddit post was taken down, okay? And I think the Reddit post was taken down because the mods couldn't verify the info. Sometimes, at least some of the subreddits that I frequent, I know that, there's mod review, and if they can't get the original, the OP to say, hey, where'd you get this stuff from? And, we won't share it with anybody, but, tell us. If they can't do that and they think that it's just blatantly fake, they'll, kind of flag it and take it down. So it's very possible that that's the reason so it's a rumor that's not even up anymore. Okay. Now the internet will always remember, but the rumor itself isn't even up, and it very likely could have been taken down because it couldn't have been verified. Okay. The next mainline game will not be titled or referred to as Tomb Raider 12, as they've ditched the number system altogether. Internally, the project is referred to by the code name Black Diamond, with the actual title to be determined. The project underwent a major creative overhaul in the summer of 2023, along with unexpected layoffs. The Society of Raiders leaks were part of a controlled experiment to test fan reactions to see if such idea could be appreciated for another title, and to steer as much as possible for the current focus title. I guess they technically go into more remasters, with Aspire is going to be on February 14, 2026. However, this data remains risky, and then they go back to the main installment. The next mainline game is currently targeting a May 2026 release. Grand Theft Auto 6 could cause a delay or a month of early release. A fan event is planned for February 14, 2026 to celebrate the franchise's 30th anniversary, where a first look of the title is expected. Should timeline shift, the game may instead be positioned for a showcase at the Game Awards, though submission windows do not open until September, and plans remain subject to change. Ideas revolving a statement about the future of the main title this summer are in discussion as well. So, okay, I kind of want to start at the end there, just because it's the most, fresh in my memory. It's tough to take it seriously when they say that it could appear anywhere, right? So they say, okay, firstly, it could appear at a 30th anniversary event. Well, 30th anniversary events are pretty cool, and, oftentimes you do get things there. Look, I don't doubt that no matter when this game is announced, does it make sense to do something for that new game on that date? It does. Why would you pass up? You're not going to pass up the 30th anniversary. I want to almost will into existence. You're not going to pass up an anniversary that freaking gigantic and do nothing, okay? But to say okay, well, it's going to be shown there. Well, number one, if the game is coming out in May, you're going to show it 3 months before it comes out. Look, I'm all for quick turnarounds, but for a game the size of Tomb Raider, and just the size, and I'm not even talking about Tomb Raider just in itself. Gaming in general, a game the size of Tomb Raider, I just, it doesn't happen all that often that you announce a game that big 3 months before it comes out, and then you release it. And then, by the way, if it comes out in May and then they release it a month early, so now it's 2 months, right? If they delay it, or I guess delay it early, so I guess just release it early, right? Because of GTA 6, you're going to announce it, and then 2 months later, you're going to release it. Also, let's just stay on that topic for a second. I don't know, look, we don't know too much about the gaming industry's, intricacies in this way, but is any game targeting May 2026? like right now, today, you poll every single game developer, how many out there are seriously on their calendars, the CEOs, the executives, how many are fully saying, yep, that's the month. We are planning to release our game May 2026. We have heard the exact opposite. Like, I have to go with the logic. I have to go with the reports that we have seen time and time again. Studios of every single size are scared of GTA 6. They are not coming out, honestly, potentially, even in the same month as GTA 6. You're not getting any games the week before or week after of GTA 6 or a week during, right? You got like a 2-week gap easily where there is going to be nothing, 0 games coming out. Could Tomb Raider come out the very first week of May? Maybe, but like, why would you target that? I don't think anybody is targeting May. So there's another one, okay? Targeting May doesn't seem realistic. Announcing it in February, 3 months before, doesn't seem realistic. And then if you're going to release it a month early, now it's 2 months before. But then you lose more credibility because you say, well, it's also possible it could be at the Game Awards, but it's also possible it could be this summer. All right, well, it could be any day. It could be a random Tuesday night, okay? Pick your day. Like, you know what I mean? It really diminishes the first thing you say when you say, well, it could also appear, it's definitely going to appear here. This is when they want to do it. But, you know, if plans change, they could do it here. And then if plans change again, they could also do it like tomorrow. Like, you feel like it could be announced tomorrow, it might. And it's like, that's not insider knowledge. You know what I mean? That's just literally guessing. Those are things that I do, and I'm not an insider, okay? So that's one thing. Actually, well, that's like 5 different things that are pretty big. I would also go to like, so they're ditching the numbered titles. Like, don't expect it to be called Tomb Raider 12. Did we expect the Tomb Raider trilogy that we just got? Were any of those numbered to anybody's recollection? And I'm just going to let you sit on that because it's like that right away. That's the first thing that this individual says. It's like, well, that hasn't been, like, they've been mix-ups of names. You know, like it was Tomb Raider and Rise and Shadow. So, you know, so you add parts to the name, it's still Tomb Raider, but it's not numbered. So, like, I don't know, like, why would anybody expect it to be called Tomb Raider number? And why would they even need to say, oh, don't expect it to be called Tomb Raider number? Who was expecting it? Who thought that was going to happen? So, I don't know, like, that right away to me is like, well, nobody was talking about that. It's not even worth bringing up. And again, I think that kind of hurts your credibility as well. I'll tell you this. The only thing that makes me think it could even remotely be real, and I guess, again, it doesn't really need insider knowledge, that whole shakeup, like summer of 2023 thing, like, I don't remember hearing anything about that. I feel like if we did, I would have covered it. I mean, I make so many videos and it's been 2 years, so you might have to double check me. But I don't know. I don't think that occurred, but I will say, because we've talked about this for a while. Like, this game has been in the works for a long time. I mean, I think I've been talking about 3-4 years, probably 4 years. I think it was announced 3 or 4 years ago. It was in the works even a little bit before that. So, I mean, yeah, we should see it. It's been at least 3-4 years that it's been working on. I don't know, like, could it have suffered issues, like, in the middle? Maybe, but like, you know, a lot of games actually do suffer issues in the middle regardless, but I don't know, like that one is like, all right, that's, of all of these things that seem realistic, or if, you know, realistic, not realistic, this is the most realistic thing I think they said. And I mean, I feel like it might just be common. So, but I don't remember, like, I feel like we would have heard this huge story of like Tomb Raider hit with massive, like, I think the company was hit with layoffs, but I think they said that studio was unaffected. So like, they lied. I don't know, like, yes, people do lie, studios lie, but normally when it comes to layoffs, like, I don't know, you kind of just say it, you take the social media hits, you take, you know, just any hit that comes in general, and you kind of move on. Like, that's generally how it goes. So I don't think that like they hid layoffs. I think they would have said it. I don't know. I feel like that's it's the most realistic, but even that is like, well, I don't remember that, and maybe just my memory is bad, but the rest of it just doesn't sound right to me. So, you know, again, if it is right, then May is your month, and that's exciting. We can get it in 11 months from now, so that's fun. But I don't know. I think we should see it next year. I think we should have seen it this summer. I think we should see it at the Game Awards. I mean, I agree with like those general points, but I just, you know, I hope we see it this year. I think for sure we would see it next year. The anniversary makes a lot of sense. And then, you know, could it release next year? Yeah, I would guess very late. I would guess like November of next year. You know, May, maybe. Like, if they really do announce it, Game Awards, I think Game Awards makes sense. If you announce it in December and it comes out in May, you have such a big group of people that are going to see it through the Game Awards, and then you got a good amount of months to kind of build up that hype, and then it comes out. That, and that would make sense, but I don't know. May is a tough one. I really don't know which games are going to try to like do it at the same time as GTA. I just don't. I don't really see that happening. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.